My friends, today we're talking about the 3 lenses that I've used the most over the years, for probably, let's say, the last 5 years. The lenses that are my go-to content hogs, the ones that are mostly on my camera for the most amount of video, photos, and just on my camera. So the number one, the first kind of 2 lenses, it's the Sigma 24-70 DGD and Art, and the Tamron 28-75. And again, I don't know really why I still own both of these. They're kind of the same lens, very, very close, but maybe for comparison purposes for YouTube and whatnot. But I'm actually shooting on the Sigma right now, and these 2 lenses, I do most of my shooting on YouTube here, and I do a ton of also photography with these lenses. I've shot weddings with these things, I've shot products, I've shot pretty much everything with these lenses. They're just so versatile, and I think everybody should really own a 24-70 2.8. They're just fantastic lenses. So that's really the first lens, and between the 2, I really couldn't tell you which one I use more. For video, I probably use the Sigma a little bit more because of the 82mm filter threads. Instead of using the step-down ring, well, yeah, maybe the Sigma just a bit over the Tamron, but optically, they're both great. They both have great warranties. They're both phenomenally priced. There you have it. So let's talk about the build, the size, and the features of these 2 lenses. And as you can see, the Sigma is definitely bigger. It's heavier, it's bulkier, it's well made, and it's better made. The Tamron isn't horribly made, it's just not quite to the standard of the Sigma. The Tamron here has absolutely no buttons or switches, where the Sigma does have an automatic manual focus switch, a programmable customizable focus hold button, and a little zoom lock switch here, which really doesn't do a heck of a lot because it's not really necessary. But anyway, it's nice to have compared to the Tamron's no buttons or switches, which does help to keep the price down. It's also worth noting that the Tamron has 67mm filter threads, where the Sigma has 82. So do keep that in mind when it comes to the cost of filters. It's going to be a lot more expensive for the Sigma, but don't let that be a deal breaker for you. Here's a few photos taken with both of these lenses, and for the sake of time, I'm not going to break them down entirely. If you do want to see a more full in-depth review of either or a comparison video, make sure you check out the videos I made on those. What about the second lens? The second lens that I use the most would probably have to be my beloved 100-400 over there, and that's the Sony G Master. This is a very expensive lens, but it's just phenomenal. Throughout the entire aperture, throughout the entire focal length, it's sharp, it's razor sharp, it's an amazing performer. Optically, autofocus, it's just amazing. Honestly, if this lens was an eternally zooming lens, it would be the perfect lens as far as I'm concerned. I love it to death. And yeah, you guys, if you are subscribers, you know how much I love this lens. It is just a solid beast of a lens, and I have shot a ton of stuff with it. Now, of course, sports and wildlife, it's gonna thrive, but I've also shot at events with it because you got some decent reach. I've even taken it out for street photography. It's that versatile, and it has a great, about 3-foot minimum focus distance, so you can get all sorts of really cool shots. Now again, it is very expensive at $2,500 US, but I did pick it up secondhand, so if you are in the market, don't be scared of that. These lenses do hold their value very, very well, and right now I could probably sell this lens for more than I bought it. So that's probably my number 2, and the lens that I love to take when I'm traveling, when I'm definitely out shooting wildlife or sports or something. It's just a great lens for so many things. Number 3 is a lens that I think everybody should own. Well, a macro lens anyways. This is the 90mm macro from Sony. I think everybody should own a macro lens because they're so much fun, but this lens is just so incredibly versatile. It's insanely sharp. You get the versatility of being able to shoot macro, but also anything else. The autofocus is great. It's image stabilized. It just has a ton going for it. Pretty much all the B-roll, and when I really have to get in for video on the channel here on YouTube, is shot with this lens. And aside from the 24-70, that's really the only 2 lenses that I pretty much use in the studio here on YouTube. So absolutely love the 90mm macro, but macros in general are just so much fun. But I have had an absolute blast with this lens, and also given it just a ton of use over the years. And again, here's some more photo examples for you just to show you what this thing's capable of. A really fun lens and really good in a lot of situations, especially if you like to get out into the garden or out to the flowers and see things that you can't see otherwise. Okay, so number 4 is my Samyang 85mm f1.4. This thing goes way back with me, And I've shot weddings with this thing. I shoot a ton of things with it. Maternity photos, I've done family events, all sorts of stuff. Street photography. It's just a great, phenomenal budget lens. And yeah, it's just really served me well over the years, and I put it through hell. It's stood up to everything. It's light, it's sharp, it's fast, and yeah, I've got an absolute ton of use out of this thing, I gotta say.
And once again, here are some photo examples from this lens. And like every lens in this video, if you do want to see a more in-depth review, make sure you check out my full in-depth review on each of these. And of course, drop all your questions and your comments down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer any questions that you might have.
Overall, I think those are probably my most used lenses. Let's leave it at that. I don't want to just go down the list because, yeah, I've got a problem. I've got a lot of lenses and yeah, I just keep collecting them. I love them. What can I say? Alternatively, I would say that the 70 to 180 from Tamron, I have been using a ton lately. Just a great budget and great size and weight. And we'll get into that. I'll throw a video out on that thing long term shortly here for you. But let's leave it at that, guys. There's my lenses that I use the most over the years here, and they've served me really well, and I know they will for you too. If you want to pick any of them up, I will drop affiliate links down in the description where you can buy them. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this video and you want to see more just like it, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, join the community, and like always, make mistakes, be yourself, and get out there and take some more pictures. See you next time.